Hello wonderful people, it's Wild here. Today I'm going to show you how to build this cozy autumn or fall cottage. I'll also show you how to build a colourful autumn tree. I'll be building the house first, so for the tree, stay tuned to the end of the video or check out the description to hop forward to that point. But let's get building. The materials you'll need for the house are on your screen now. Here's the layout for today's build. You can see the places for the posts are marked in with dark grey concrete. You can see the chimney location up in the top left, and there's a gap for the door in the front. Begin by building the posts out of dark oak 4 high in the front, so for these 2 here, and then 5 high for the remaining 6. Now connect the posts with some beams. So on the front, they will be at the top of the 4 block, and then the remaining ones at the top of the 5 high block. I'm going all the way around the outside, across this section here, and one more across this way. Here's how it should look from above and from the front. For the walls of the front entry section, use stripped oak logs, leaving room for a door here and a window here, 2 high. The remaining walls use a mixture of stone brick, cracked stone brick and stone, using predominantly stone brick. I've marked in the locations to the windows with copper blocks. You can do this if you'd like, or you can just leave the gaps in as you go. When you're doing this wall here, the chimney is going to be in front of it, so you don't have to worry about using the other materials and can just use stone brick. Now we're going to add some more dark oak logs coming out of these 2 points here on the front and either side, and on the larger section of the house, here and here on the top, here and 1 down on the side, 1 down on the side here, and 2 facing forward. Then go in with some spruce fences and just build straight up to the top underneath each of these logs here. For the gable roofs, use the wonderfully autumn orange of orange terracotta. The roof's going to go up 2 high each time, like this. So a step of 2, a step of 2, and a step of 2. For this smaller gable here, just 2 steps. Step of 2, step of 2, step of 2, for the 2 end ones. And you can go in and break in a window 1 off of the base of the 3 largest gables. Now for the roofs, let's start with the very edge using cobblestone. We're going to follow a pattern of stair, block, stair, block stair, and at the very top, 2 blocks. This should sit one out from the wall. Stair, block stair, block stair, block stair. Underneath the very top, build out 2 with dark oak logs, and then give the roof a smooth look with upside down cobble stairs. You can do this same roof on the other larger roof sections. For this smaller gable, do a similar thing, except starting with a block this time. So block stair, and 2 blocks on top. Coming up on the other side, block stair, dark oak logs, and 2 stairs underneath. You'll see that this side isn't sitting on anything, but soon it'll join up with the rest of the roof. Before we can work on the rest of the roof, we need to add the chimney, so come round to the back. Start with a base of deep slate bricks, then a layer of deep slate tiles. At the back, build up 2 more with the deep slate bricks, and put deep slate brick stairs in front like this, with an upside down one and one sitting on top on the side. Now come up, and on top of these posts and beams here, build a shape like this, kind of like a little T, and then place an upside down brick stair here. You can see there's a little hole, and you will actually see through this, so put a deep slate brick block behind it. Put a stair on top this way, as well as 2 tiles, and then 3 walls in front. We need to place 1 more deep slate tile coming to the back. Mixing in the deep slate tiles as well as the stairs adds texture to the chimney, which adds a lot of visual interest. An upside down stair here, and a block behind it, and a right way up one next to it. Rotate round that way and build 3 on top. Then on this side, place an upside down stair off of this side. You'll need to place a block to place it, and 1 going into the 3 high pillar we just built. Then accent with walls, and that is the shape of the chimney done. Now we can begin work on the roof, starting with some dark oak stairs going right across the bottom here. Then just work your way up, alternating between the dark oak blocks and the dark oak stairs, going right up to the side of the chimney. At the very top, just use 1 layer of blocks. Here's how the back should look. Now to work on the front. Now the front roof is a little bit tricky, but we'll go through step by step and it'll all make sense. Start off with some dark oak stairs, 3 of them along at the bottom like this, on the other sides. Now we're going to work up with the dark oak planks and stairs, moving an extra 1 along each time. So at first a layer of 3, now build back 4, now build back 5, and finish off with 6 blocks of the planks. It should meet up with the middle of the roof here. Once again on this side, 3, and you'll only be able to place 2 stairs here because we have a block of cobble. then 4, 5, and we've already placed in the layer of 6. For the smaller gable roof here, simply add a stair, block then a stair, 2 blocks, and do the same on the other side. You'll need to rotate this stair so it creates a corner shape, so place it looking towards the back of the roof or the chimney. And we've got the 2 already placed. Finally, connect up the rest of the roof following the block stair pattern, making sure you don't have any holes in your roof. If you're unsure whether to place a block or a stair, look at the way the end is because it is the same as at the end. There we have it, the roof is finished. The build is almost done, it just needs some decorations. Go ahead and add a floor. I've used oak in the main section and polished andesite in the front section. And add white stained glass panes to all of your windows. Start by adding some door decorations, simply like this, using copper rods, cobblestone walls and spruce slabs. All of the windows, except for the larger ones on the end here, will be getting the same treatment with some window shutters. I like to have some of these open and some of these closed, like this. On the front one here, you'll have to have this whole window shutter open like this, by placing it on the side of the door decoration. Leave these large windows. You can also have some of the window shutters fully open. You might have to place some placement blocks to have the open shutters. Now add a little separation between the top and bottom story with some dark oak slabs, and then you can put a planter underneath each of the gable windows. Don't need a planter here, but I do need one on this side. I'm using dark oak trapdoors underneath, surrounding these planters. For the window decoration on these larger windows, start with 3 spruce stairs, curving them round like so. Add a top to the window frame, and then place lightning rods so the largest section are connected to the top and bottom. Finish it off with 2 spruce trapdoors either side. Now add a button to each of the beams coming out of the roofs and hang some lanterns. Hang these at varied heights. It's a great way to add a subtle bit of detail to the build. And to finish off the chimney, place a campfire on top and surround it with spruce trapdoors. All it needs is a little greenery. I'm using a mixture of ferns, red tulips and orange tulips as they're in autumn colours. Put these in each of the planters. You'll notice I've used rooted dirt in the planters. You can use regular dirt or coarse dirt if you don't have any of the rooted dirt. Then take azalea leaves and drape them over the roof of the build. Now let's build an autumn tree to go with our autumn house. The materials you'll need for the tree are on your screen now. Begin by building the center of the trunk 7 blocks high. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm using oak wood, which is the equivalent of a log, but it has the texture on all 4 sides. That means you don't need to be concerned about the orientation of the block when placing it. Then create a base to the trunk with some blocks like this. Now create some branches. The first one comes off at the front 2 blocks above this block here. It comes out 2 and then 1 up on the diagonal. Create the same shaped branch, 1 higher on the side beside it. Opposite that one, come out 3. Create a diagonal branch coming up this way. And finally at the back, create a branch that comes out 1 and then 2. Here's how it should look. And here's how it looks from above. Now creating trees can be quite tricky, but here's the easiest way I find to do it. I begin with my base block. For this I'm using orange terracotta, and I cover the top and sides of each branch. This is going to look a little bit funny at first, but with practice and a little bit of patience, you can create a magnificent looking tree. Make sure you cover the center trunk. You can see each branch is covered, but it doesn't look particularly bushy. So now go in with that block and bush it up. Once you've got the base shape for your tree, you can then go in and replace some of the orange terracotta blocks with a mixture of orange wool, orange stained glass, smooth red sandstone, red terracotta, red wool, yellow terracotta, and smooth red sandstone slabs. Using all these different types of full colored blocks will give your tree a natural appearance and make it look like there's leaves, which is pretty important for a tree. When you're creating the shape, aim for a rough sphere, but remember trees are not perfect, so you don't have to create a perfect sphere, just a nice tree-like shape. And be sure to check it from all angles. So here is the base shape for my tree. When you are building a tree like this, it's important to think about proportions. You can build this any size, but you need to keep the proportions the same. So the height should be just about the same as the width of the leaves of your tree. So in my case, it's 9 tall and 9 wide. And it's also important to remember that the leaves should make up at about 2 parts of the tree. So my trunk is about 3 high before you start seeing leaves, and then the leaves take up the additional 6. Now it's time to randomize the blocks. There is no specific way to go about doing this. All you need to do is let your creativity flow and do what you feel looks right. I like to place glass next to where there's a trunk block so you can see a bit of the wood poking through, which you would on a tree, especially if the leaves are falling off. And I like to group some of the yellow and the red together. The other thing that's important to remember is that you can always go back and change things along the way. So I decide I don't like this glass block here. That's quite alright. I can replace it and move it somewhere else. Maybe to here. I also find when I'm doing these trees, I like to move around a lot. Don't just do one side and then work on another side of the tree. Be moving around the tree the whole time. Now that the blocks are randomized, we can add a few more details, like adding in some slabs to change up the blockiness of it. And of course, you can always go in and change blocks at any stage. Like I might put a yellow block of wool here. And as a final flourish, add a few pieces of red, yellow and orange carpet around the ground below the tree. These look like fallen leaves. You can also put some smooth red sandstone slabs around the base of the tree, like little piles of leaves. I hope you enjoyed creating these autumn builds. Check out my Patreon for personalized build advice and designs, and subscribe for more videos like this one.